Greetings, everyone. This is Primo Lorenzo, your host, your friend, your coach. Today, it's going to be a fun day. It's going to be day 4 of the 5-day Profitable Podcast Launch Challenge for the month of June 2025. This is the US, Canada, and Australia class. And today, we're going to be looking at how to launch your Profitable Podcast in 3 easy steps. Are you guys ready and excited? Raise your left foot if you're excited. Love that. Love that. Okay, awesome. Okay, let me start sharing the screen. Day 4. Allison is going to be on the way soon. Becca, I message her. Okay, well, let's get going. Do you guys see my screen? Yes. Okay. All right. So who in here already has a podcast? Raise your hand. Who has a YouTube channel already? Okay. Perfect.
No podcast, just a YouTube channel.
Okay, awesome. So today we're going to be looking at all the tech side. Today's tech day. We're going to be creating a podcast, assets. We'll talk about in a moment. Formatting a podcast and naming a podcast the right way. Creating a YouTube channel. Creating a podcast cover arts, thumbnails, all that good stuff. And also we'll talk about recording and editing your shows. So before we move on, any questions about yesterday? Yesterday was a very important day because we created your offer using the framework. Did you guys share, every one of you, your offers and the WhatsApp group?
I did. I still got to work on mine though.
Yes, of course. It's a work in progress. Absolutely. All right. Any questions about yesterday?
I've been playing around with the questions that you asked me, for clarity. So mine isn't really defined yet completely.
Okay.
And I'm not connecting what we're doing as what we would say as an introduction as being our offer.
Absolutely.
Is that the same thing to you?
No, but it's a short summary.
A short summary. Okay.
Because your offer can be and should be a bit more, what's the right word here? More detailed.
Okay, so I already have existing offers.
Good.
So I'm not being called to do any changing of any of that framework,
No.
speaking personally. So it's just how
Right.
to introduce people to the fact that
Yes.
I do this work and I do have offers.
Yes, but you can also use the same framework to hone in your offer as well.
Okay, good.
Awesome. Arlene, any questions? Okay. Madlena? And all right. So as I said, today we're going to be launching a podcast in 3 easy steps. This is what we've been doing this entire week. Step 1, foundation, which is what we've done the first 3 days. Step 2 is today, the tech and equipment. And step 3, the launching, monetizing. That's going to be for tomorrow, day 5. Why is my hand always up?
It's because you manually put your hand up, and if you hold it up long enough, it does that.
Okay. All right. So here's a summary of everything, especially the step 1. We've done that already. Why do you want to start a podcast? What's the message you're trying to convey to your podcast? Who are you trying to serve? Who's your ideal listener and avatar? And then today, what we're going to be diving into is choosing the right the right type of name for your podcast, the length and format of your podcast. These are all very key strategic decisions. And last but definitely not least, that's what we're going to be doing tomorrow. Not just getting the right people, but getting high quality guests for your podcast. So that's going to be very important as well. Now let's talk about the tech. Today we're going to be talking into the type of microphone, accessories, uh, softwares, environment, tech specs, requirements, and putting it all together. So it's very straightforward, as you can see. The picture you see on the right, that's a microphone I started with 5 years ago. It's the Samsung Q2U microphone. I got the set on Amazon. It cost me at the time 68 US. For us Canadians, it was at the time was $100. It's about the same now. And this is a very solid starting microphone. Very solid. Do you guys already have a microphone? Raise your hand if you have a microphone. Okay. Jane, do you have a microphone?
No.
Okay. Madlena? Okay. So as far as microphone is concerned, and I have that question all the time, do you need a microphone? The answer is absolutely yes. Because people will put up with not the best video quality, but they will absolutely not put up with bad sound quality. That's the fastest way to lose someone. But the good news is that a good, solid starting microphone is quite affordable. So in the $100 range on Amazon, you can pick up a really nice one. This one that is here on the screen, it took me from 0 to 200 episodes for the first 2.5 years. When it comes to getting a microphone, there's only two things I recommend you guys to be very careful. One, make sure it's a USB microphone. What does that mean? You see this? So it directly plugs, the cable directly plugs into your computer, your laptop. You do not want to get one of those that require a sound amplifier, which alone can be in a few hundred, if not thousands of dollars, and you'd almost to be like a sound engineer to make it work. So just make sure your microphone you're getting is a USB microphone. And number two, I'll make sure it has a stand, just like you see the one on the picture, and here a stand. So you don't have to get one of those, fancy booms and all that that you have to plug in all that. No, just keep it simple. And that's pretty much it. So I recommend you get a microphone that comes as a pack, as a set. So the set comes with the stand, and the only accessory that is I highly recommend is called a pop screen filter, like this bad boy right here. That's what stops the sound, like some sound. Like for example, I can play my phone to the max right beside me and you will not hear it. Maybe also this is a more expensive microphone. One of the best brands in the world from Australia. This one, I got it when I was in Canada in October. It cost me $300, 250 US, about 300 and some change Canadian dollars. But you don't have to start with this one. I got this one after almost 4 years. Once the podcast and this were really going well. So a good solid starting microphone for a podcast is this one right here. The Samsung Q2U handheld dynamic USB microphone. I just checked it out yesterday with my UK class on Amazon, and it is still available at 68 US.
What
So
was that filter you were describing?
this is a more fancy one, but the one that I got on this one is like a little piece of cloth that you put
What was
just
the
on
name of it, though? Like,
top
I understand the function, but what is it called?
pop screen filter.
Okay,
Pop
thank you.
screen filter. Very welcome. So get a microphone that comes with it. If you already have a microphone and either you don't have a pop screen filter, it's quite old. You can get a new one for less than $10 on Amazon. So these are only two things. Make sure it's a USB microphone. Make sure it comes with a stand and a pop screen filter. Other than that, don't worry about any of the other accessories. Any questions so far about microphones? Okay. Now, when it comes to recording, before you even record, highly recommend you guys test to make sure everything is plugged in correctly, connected. Because let me warn you, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. It even happened to me in my last class for the May 5-day challenge. On the last day, I had forgotten two things. One, to plug in my microphone, and even more so, to record. Especially on a beautiful 1 hour long conversation podcast, the last thing you want is to realize, oops, the microphone wasn't plugged in, or even worse, that you did not record. So always check. And speaking of recording, one thing I do to help with this is I always get the other person to record as well as a backup. Because again, it's a matter of when, it's not a matter of if. Even after 400 episodes and 5 years podcasting, it still happens. You will get distracted, something happens, and you will either pause the recording and forget to resume it or whatever. So always test, ensure everything is correctly plugged in. Are you recording? Like even like 2 days ago for the UK class, we started and I noticed, oops, I had not started recording. So I had to restart. But thankfully, it was only 5 minutes in. So this is very important, guys. And also make sure y'all in a quiet environment. Quiet environment, because that's going to affect not only the quality of the output, but also is going to distract you a lot. You'll not be fully focused and peace of mind. Another thing also, regarding whether you should have a list of questions. As I always say, never speak from a script, not even speak from here, but speak from the heart. Have a heart-to-heart conversations and make it more like a conversation and not like an interrogation. But it's good to have a structure. Like, for example, on my podcast, there's a structure. First part is about getting to know you as a person, as a man, as a woman. Second part is your background, then your path, your business, your impact. And keep it free flowing. Like the first question I ask everyone I get on calls with is, so tell me, who's Madlena? Who's Anne? Who's Arlene? Who's Jane? Who's Becca? Who's Allison? First and foremost, as a woman, as a human being, because that's what I really want to know. Sure, we're going to talk about your business later on, but I want to set the foundation to really build that trust and rapport by getting to know you as a person, first and foremost. Or another question I love to start my podcast with is, so tell me, what's your impact? Which is a bitter spin of, so what do you do? I hate that question, but I love the one, what's your impact? How are you making the world a better place around you and around the world? And simply just listen and run it like a conversation. And one thing, the biggest advice I can give you is do not interrupt your guests. Let them finish. One of my biggest pet peeves, and for everyone when it comes to podcasting, is I'm listening to a very interesting, captivating guest, and then the stupid host every 2 seconds butts in. Listen, it's not about you. I always tell my guests, I'm just the host. You're the star. You tell me, you share whatever you want to share. That's going to make you shine brighter. You're going to shine. That's going to make you win. That's the biggest advice I can give you. Of course, I was not like that initially. I was always butting in, but then I had to learn, and I learned. And in the process, and what I said on day one, you become a much, much, much better listener. I've got so many compliments from my guests now. Wow, this is the first time that the guest actually lets me finish and doesn't interrupt every 2 seconds. This is incredibly important, guys. Not just for a podcast, but even in your personal life, people around you. That's the best way to make them feel seen and heard. Don't just listen and waiting patiently for you to say your piece, but listen in a laser-focused way. Make them the center of your world for those few seconds, few minutes. That's the fastest way to earn their trust, by making someone feel that they're really heard and seen. Does it make sense? So that's very important, guys. Any questions so far on that? Nope. Okay, let's move on. How many of you guys have already done any editing, whether it's audio or video before? Happy feet, okay. Arlene, okay. And myself as well. Thank you, Zoom, for raising my hand on my behalf. Really kind of you to make me save a few energies, what is it? Unit of energy is joule, yeah, whatever. Okay. So editing honestly is not very complicated. Yes, there is a learning curve, but it's not complicated. What platform are you guys using? Raise your right hand if you're a Mac person, or left hand if you're a Windows. So what is it? Okay. So if you're Windows, may God help you, because I cannot help you. I'm joking. I haven't used Windows in like since 2012, but it's not complicated. So, but here's what I will tell you. I can count on two hands the number of times I've done any editing, and I'm talking over 400 episodes. I only do editing when the other person, the guest, asks me, can you please remove this? I don't do editing for two reasons. One, because I want to keep my conversation as natural, authentic as possible. And second of all, let's be real. I don't want to create extra work for myself. Do you want to create extra work for yourself? Raise both feet if you want. So anyways, so I don't do any editing, but if the few times that your guest will ask you to please remove a certain part, in that case, what I do on my Mac is I use iMovie. Here's another important tip for editing. Never ever make any editing on the original file. Always make a copy of that and make the editing on the copied version. And speaking of that, as you get into more and more episodes, especially if your episodes are getting long, like mine, over 40 minutes, get a good, external hard drive. You guys know what's an external hard drive? Exactly. You can pick up a really nice one. Ideally, get one that is SSD, which is the fastest. Now they're becoming really cheap. For what? I bought mine 3 years ago for $150 in Canada online on Amazon. Now for 2 terabytes. Now the same one is almost half price. For $75, $200, you can pick up a very solid 1 to 2 terabyte hard drive. So this way you can simply transfer your original files of your interviews or episode you do onto your external hard drive, because this is going to free up your computer. The more stuff you have on your computer, the slower it's going to get. So, and also as a backup for you in case something, God forbid, happens to your computer. So an external hard drive, highly recommend. So when it comes to editing, as I said, take the original, make a copy, upload the copy into your iMovie if you're on Windows. I believe it's called Windows Video Maker or something like that. So just open that, upload the file, the copied file onto your video editing software, and you simply slice it up. Remove the part that you want to remove. Do you guys know how to do that? Jane? Okay, Madlena? It's not complicated. You just, okay, let me, if I can show you. Let me quickly show you here. It's gonna be on a Mac. So you two ladies, Madlena and Jane, both of you on Windows, right? But the same principle. Oh, you two, Arlene, okay. Okay. So let me quickly fire up my, another tip I can give you, anything that you need to learn, YouTube is your best friend. It's the biggest university in the world and it's free. I was not a techie guy, but I had to learn. I learned what I had to learn through YouTube. And here's another tip for watching videos when you're learning something. Don't just watch passively. Watch, pause, do, and resume at the same time. Because if you watch a 10-minute video and you just watch it in one go, you're gonna waste an hour because you will misstep, you will get overwhelmed. But instead, if you do it this way, watch, pause, do, and resume, a 10-minute video is gonna take you 15 minutes. And you will progress along. So let me fire up my iMovie and share my screen on that. Okay, so here's a recent episode I just did. Well, okay. Do you guys see my screen here? This is my black screen with oh wait, where is it? iMovie. Okay, what happened? Oh, okay. iMovie. Do you guys see my screen? Yes, okay. So this is a recent episode I did. So let's say I want to cut this part at 1931. I bring the cursor on it, and then I right click. See, there's an option says split clip. Do you see it? So you just do this. I was gonna split it. And if let's say this part and you do the same thing, split clip. And after that, you wanna delete anything before and after, just bring it and click delete. There you go. Did you guys see it? Let me redo it again. So let me undo everything.
Is that how you make a little clip for a reel or for
Yes, I used to.
somewhere?
I used to, yes, and that was quite time consuming. But nowadays, there's softwares, tools online. The one I use is called opus.pro, OPUS.pro. It's literally $15-20 a month. You just copy the link to your YouTube video. You select the length. You have less than 30 second, 30 second to 60 seconds, 60 second to 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minutes, and so on and so forth. You select a few keywords that you want that are relevant, and you set it, forget it, and about 10 minutes is gonna split for you about 20 to 25 reels automatically with those colorful caption in between in the middle. So you don't have to waste your time going to that because it can be really, really time consuming. And now with those
I've been using CapCut, and it now has that feature that it will cut up into shorts as well.
there's many options available. So use the one that you've been using and you're familiar with. I've been using opus.pro. And yeah. So when it comes to editing, so again, I bring it here. You bring your cursor, whatever spot you want to split. Right click, you split, and let's say here. Same thing, split. You want to keep the middle one here. You bring your cursor to before, and you click delete on your keyboard, and same thing here. Clear as mud. Very straightforward. If you need any help on that, again, go on YouTube and search how to edit video clips using Windows iMovie Maker. And what I like to add is in 2025, because otherwise you will see videos from 10 years ago, which may not be relevant anymore. And I usually watch the shortest clip. I don't want to watch a 20-minute video. I look for a clip that is less than 2-3 minutes. And when I watch a video, I always watch it at ×2 to save extra time. The only two people I don't do that for is Russell Brunson and Alex Hormozy, because even at ×1, they speak like blah, 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 like a freight train. I even actually have to slow it down to 1.5 sometimes, especially when they say important stuff. So let me stop sharing my screen on that. And let me quickly also show you how Opus works. Where is my Opus here? Okay, Opus. Sign in. Google. Mhm. Come on, leave me alone. I don't want this promotion. Okay. All right, let me share my screen here and show you guys. Do you guys see my screen? My Opus dashboard. So you sign up for it when you signed up. So these are some of the videos I've made. So you simply take the link of the video. Let's take the replay from, wait, the replay of our video from yesterday. So I go on my YouTube dashboard, US here, and I just click, copy the link here. Now, where's my Opus? I have so many things open here. Here. So I simply bring the link. Are you guys seeing what I'm doing? So it's bringing it. All right. And then you can here select clip length, less than 30 seconds, all the way to 10 to 15 minutes. Let's keep it to less than 60 seconds. Okay. And no clip. And why is that giving me credit saver clip? Where are my other options? They used to offer you more options. Okay, anyways, once you're done, you just click get clips in one click. Set and forget. You go about whatever you're doing. It's going to take some time, about 10, 15 minutes, and you just do whatever you want. So let me stop this. And the end product, so see it says 20% done. It's going to take about 16 minutes. Here's some videos I did with a very successful YouTuber that I met. Hey, your phone, that's your office. For me, my laptop and my microphone, that's what I need. I can get them on my backpack and that's it. So anyways, Opus is a godsend, seriously. It saves you an ungodly amount of time because if you were to create reels yourself, it's literally a full-time job. Because you have to know exactly which part you want to remove. So you have to rewatch the video again and meticulously remove the parts. It's a full-time job. You'd have to hire someone full-time. But with Opus, you just put the link, select the length, set it forget. Now, the only downside to Opus is sometimes it is not really accurate. It can cut off in the middle of a sentence. But hey, nothing is perfect. So for now, Opus is the best way if you want to create clips. Once you get to over 6 figures, then yes, go hire a VA and you just tell them to focus just on that. And they can create some really, really accurate reels for you. But for now, don't worry about a VA. Opus is your VA basically for $20 a month, less than that. Any questions so far? And again, these are extras that I'm sharing just with you guys because you guys are amazing. Because you guys are my fellow Edmonton sisters, and Madlena because Madlena is incredibly committed. She's here at like what 2 o'clock in the morning. So, anyways, let's resume. You can go back to sleep, Madlena. You can. I'm just joking. I'm joking because you had your screen off. I wonder if you were snoozing. I'm just joking. I'm just being silly here. All right, let's go back to our. Where is it? Okay. Okay, where is it? So, any questions about any of that? YouTube is your best friend. Seriously, I'm using YouTube all the time for learning anything I need to. Oh, and a few things that you would need to add to your videos to make them more polished, more professional, such as show notes. You know what show notes are, guys? Is the descriptions on the YouTube. Actually, let me show you. Best way is to actually show you. Let's go back to my YouTube dashboard. Let's take, okay. The last episode I released, episode 400. All right, let's.
Is that the description?
So yes, so what I add by description, so as a summary, as you can see, do you guys see my screen? As a summary, so what this is, what I usually like to do, I create an introduction, and then I ask my guest to send me a short bio up to 500 words, and I just copy their bio here in this section. And at the bottom, the conclusion, and then best way to connect with your guest. You put the links. So that's the show notes, the content, the contact information for your guest, and timestamps. Timestamps are very important, like on a table of content. For example, let's open this video. Actually, this guy has a fascinating story, but anyways, do you guys see my screen, the video on YouTube? So if we scroll down, you see the timestamps? So let's say you don't have an hour to watch the whole thing. You just breeze it, see which part is the most interesting. So you say, okay, how did your marriage happen? You click on that.
How do you set the timestamps?
Now you're asking the right question. You're a smart cookie. You can do it the hard way and watch the video yourself. And the way to do it is this, very simple. So to start off, do you guys see my dashboard here? So you start with 0.00. That's a start always. Always start with 0, semicolon, and 00. That's always your start. I call it intro, or you can call it start or whatever. And then whatever is going to be the rest, say 2 minute 35. Background, and so on and so forth. So you can either do it the hard way and do it yourself by watching videos. I used to do that myself when I first started, or you can hire someone. I have an amazing guy in India. I pay him $20 for 5 videos. If you guys are interested, I would be happy to share his contact. I've been using him for 5 years. He's a medical student going to med school while I also doing some part-time VA work. So again, you can either do it yourself, but it's going to be a long, tedious, boring way. Here comes Allison. Or you can just go on Fiverr and look for someone to do your timestamps. Or if you want to use my guy, just let me know. So very simple. Whoops. But timestamp is something that I highly, highly, highly recommend, because it's going to make not only your videos more polished, more professional, but also it's going to make it more watchable. Let's say someone is finding your episode, they don't have the time to watch the full thing. Just like when you go to a bookstore, you can't read the book, but you just breeze through the table of content. Oh, I like that. I like that. And you might start reading one chapter, and before you know it, you've devoured half the book and you will end up picking up the book. Same thing here. You start watching one section that's really interesting, and before you know it, you watch 2-3 sections. Okay, let me watch the rest of it. Does that make sense, guys? So the timestamp is very, very important. And here's some, oh, wow, what's going on here? Oh, yeah, because I went over. So there's some restrictions, not restriction, limitations, like on the title. YouTube gives you a limit of 100 characters. Even a space or a dot or a comma counts as a character. So you have to squeeze your titles to make them fit inside the 100 character allowed by YouTube. As far as the description, you have 5,000 characters. So I'm almost at the top, at the limit here. $49.98. Another thing I like to do, if you at the bottom of the show more, you go down and you can add tags. These are for SEO. So you add whatever tags that are relevant for you and relevant for your guest, like their brand, the topics, and so on and so forth. These are very simple to do. Like, literally, let me show you one. What was the one that I just deleted? Damn. Okay. Profitable Podcast Academy, for example. And once you're finished, what is the word here? Comma, and it's going to automatically do this for you. God, there you go. But now I'm over the limit. I can't. So I have to delete it. I'm not deleting it, God. Don't get bad at me. Okay. So undo changes. Okay.
So what are the clips for?
The clips for your social media,
Okay.
highlights and all that good stuff. That's not necessary, but it's a nice addition. Any questions about the little things to make your YouTube videos more polished? So the title, the description, the timestamps. You go further down, the tags. And if you want to go one step further, you can create playlists. Once you get a few episodes under your belt, you can create playlists. So I've had a few people I've had more than a few episodes with, so I created their own playlist, like Brian Tarr, Susan
Oh, okay.
Hovis, and all these people. So, and this is nice because you can send them the list to their playlist. It's going to be much easier for them to find all the episodes, and that's going to be an extra incentive for them to promote you.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
I have tags, like a lot of what you're showing, I have done on my YouTube channel.
Right.
And I still have these people reaching out to me saying they want to help me monetize my YouTube
Ignore them.
channel.
Ignore them.
I do. I politely tell them to fuck off.
I don't even bother responding. Yes.
No, I just delete them at
Yeah.
this stage.
Yes.
But it's annoying. Like I'm not soliciting your help.
Unfortunately, we can't do anything because there are people literally
No.
what they do. They hustle. They look for business. They do the
Yeah.
tradition, the old school way, which was spam, smile and dial. Now they're doing it spam and dial. Well, smile and spam online.
Yeah.
But the worst are the one that put links to the stupid adult websites. I even
Oh,
have
I don't click on unknown links.
no, no, no,
I
no, no,
have no idea.
no.
I
They
delete
don't.
them all.
I'm not saying you click. They will spam and add the links to X-rated websites on your comments on your videos.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So
So we need to keep an eye on our comments.
yes, absolutely. I even have
Is there a
people
way we can block them?
I think there should be. There's a way you can block certain keywords. As to how you do that, let's
Yeah,
find
but
it
see if
out.
they've got a site HTTP and then it's just a jumbled, it won't block it.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm,
I'd have to
okay.
look into that, how to block certain keywords.
Yeah. Okay.
So
I know I've done it on social media when it comes to comments, messages, lives. Like I can block out certain keywords so that it doesn't come up. But yeah, when it comes to links, it's tough.
So you see on your dashboard, you have the number
Yeah.
of views and comments. So always keep an eye when you have comments. Let's see if we can find a comment live and check it live.
Now I add my own comments with a link like leading back to my main promotion on whatever that video might be about, and I pin it.
So there's one comment here. Sound like a masterclass we all wish we knew about earlier. I'm not sure if that person is real or is it spam, so I just let it go. But if it was something too obvious, I would just click here and delete. Where's the delete option? Remove. There you go. Okay. Okay, wait. Always approve comment. No. Or you can even block. Wait. Hide from channel, remove, report, pin. No, anyways. So always keep an eye on your dashboard and the comments. If you see any comments that you don't recognize, you don't approve, remove them. But honestly, guys, this is very easy. It's not complicated. It might sound overwhelming, but it's very easy. Once you get your YouTube channel going, and let me show you also how to add videos to your YouTube channel. So you go here, create. You can either upload videos, you can upload videos. You're going to your computer, you can just add the file, as simple as that. So very simple, guys. Any questions about that so far?
I have
One
another
more.
question.
Go
Go
ahead,
ahead,
Jane.
Jane.
Dan,
Go ahead, my love.
mine was just, I've noticed that lots of them have transcripts. So is that a separate
What do you mean?
kind of software, or is that something that is automatically added to your video?
Some can be added automatically, but they may not be the most accurate. Or you can hire someone to add them if you want really accurate ones. But I'm pretty sure there must be some AI tools by now that can create transcripts.
I'm thinking it's AI because it's
Yeah.
just generated and
Yes.
it has misspellings or
Yes.
like misinterpretations on
Yes.
pronunciation and that kind of thing.
Absolutely. I personally don't bother with that, but if you want, I know there must be some very good AI tools. Just do your search, find one, and once you really your podcast takes off, you're making 6, 7 figures with a podcast, then by all means, just hire someone, a VA, to focus only on that. And it doesn't cost a lot to hire a VA, especially from the Philippines. For $600 to $1,000, you can have someone that is really good and speaks fluent English. But again, you don't have to worry about that for now.
So I noticed, and when I first started my YouTube channel, I did it, but it didn't do anything.
Okay.
I would create posts around my video. So should we bother with the posts on YouTube, or does anybody really see them?
What do you mean post?
Well, like at the top of your screen, there's like your videos,
Oh,
your
here.
shorts, your
Yeah.
live, and then
Okay.
posts.
Let me answer your question. Do you see any post?
No,
I
and I never see anybody else's posts either.
listen. The KISS principle: keep it simple, sophisticated, and stupid, whatever you want to do, or sexy, whatever you want to call
So
it.
what is the podcast feature there?
Let's see the video that you do on YouTube. YouTube now has this option to also put just the audio on the podcast section. That's an extra topic, so to speak, that topping that YouTube is offering. Because YouTube
So any
wants to compete.
interviews we do, we can upload here as
Yes,
an audio.
YouTube wants to
Okay.
wants to compete with Apple and Spotify and the podcasting game. And what is that telling you is that podcast is booming. So you can do that. That's an easy, lazy way to get podcasting. You can just click a option. I don't even use that myself. Oh, maybe, yeah. No, this is for my challenges, the videos. So
I
yeah.
noticed their shorts are 3 minutes now too.
Oh, yes, I know. But again, keep it simple. Don't get overwhelmed with all of these extra bells and whistles, so to speak. Just get your message, interview people, and focus on that. And it's not about the numbers. Look at my numbers. They're not very here, 43 views, 31, 6, 24. It's not about the numbers. And my, wow, 1,500 subscribers. So again, it's not about the numbers, guys. Real life. Any questions so far? YouTube is pretty simple. The best way to learn is by simply, oh, do you have your own YouTube channel yet? Raise your hand if you don't.
I do.
Oh, you do? Okay. I said if you don't.
I know.
Joking. Okay, if you don't, it's
I
very
flew
easy.
in after you said don't.
So listen, if you very easy. Step one, create a separate and dedicated Gmail account. Do not use an existing Gmail account because if you get hacked, you're cooked.
If you get what?
Hacked. With an email, it's very easy to get hacked.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
use a separate dedicated email address, Gmail account, sorry, for YouTube channel. And then simply go on YouTube, follow the instructions, enter information, and within 2-3 minutes, you have a YouTube channel. Very easy. Speaking of YouTube, let me show you something else I just did. Where is it? Is it this one? No, not this one. Not this one. Maybe this one. Ah, yes. Okay. All right. I'm showing you everything, guys. I'm not holding back. Where the hell is it? YouTube. I think this is the one. I don't want to show anything I don't want to show you. I'm just joking. This is a new YouTube channel I created called Good Clients Podcasting and YouTubing, where I post short videos each day on a specific topic around YouTube. The one I released yesterday is authors, coaches, speakers, why you don't need social media to get high-ticket clients. It's a 9-minute video. So if you check it out, if you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? I'm joking, but anyways, so it's very easy to do YouTube. Just get going. Just get going. Any questions on YouTube? Hello, Allison. Good to see you, mate.
No, I guess, how are you? Apologies for being late. I had a
No
pretty
worries.
urgent phone call. Just with your YouTube, so like I've had previous YouTube or not email accounts that I've linked. So for the podcast, I'm better off creating a brand new account and starting it completely fresh.
Yes, yes.
And then if I had old videos or lives that I shared about a topic, I could download them and re-upload them
Absolutely. Absolutely.
to YouTube.
Yes. Speaking of video and editing, the most important thing I want to repeat again, never ever make any editing on the original file. Always make a copy first, and then make the editing, the cutting, whatever you're doing on the edited version. That's tip number one. Tip number two, get an external hard drive. You know those external hard drives? Can you show yours again, Happy Feet? Something like this. You can grab a very good one on Amazon for less than $100. And you transfer all your videos from your computer onto there, because the more stuff you have in your computer, the slower it gets. And also it's going to be like an extra added protection for you to back up your files. God forbid something happens to your computer, you lose it, whatever, you have your videos on an external hard drive. Other than that, watch the beginning of the show. We had so many incredible life-changing tips, especially from Happy Feet. She did the Happy Feet dance again. Hey, that could be an amazing name for a podcast, the Happy Feet Show, Happy Feet Talks. And the first question you ask your guest, throw them a curveball. Hey, raise your left foot if you're excited. Raise your right foot if you're ready to go. Raise both feet if you're bored. If they say both, kick them out the car. I'm joking, but you know what I mean. The point is, guys, have fun. This is very important. This is not freaking corporate. You don't have to be a polished robot, boring. No. Show your personality, show your sense of humor. Because showing your personality, showing your sense of humor is the fastest way for you to connect with a person, for them to open up to you. The last thing they want is to talk with a boring corporate robot. We all hate those. So again, show your personality. Even at 3 o'clock in the morning for you, Madin, I see you're rubbing your eyes. I know. So thank you. Any questions about YouTube?
Does YouTube store your videos?
Yes. So I have my videos since 5 years ago on my YouTube, but of course I back them up on my computer as well as on my external hard drive.
Okay. And do you have to pay extra for housing them there, or is that
No,
just
YouTube is
free
free.
with your channel?
YouTube is free. Well,
Hmm.
so far, it's still free. While YouTube, they're making probably $1 billion profit a week. So that's the least they can give back to us. And I'm being maybe conservative, probably more than that. Because YouTube is the
I
second
know
largest search engine in the world.
certain, yeah. I know for me, when I started, I was doing so I took Sean Cannell's 5-day challenge for YouTube.
Yeah.
That's how I got comfortable on camera.
Yeah.
But I actually created folders. So I got my rough,
That's it.
like my rough video, which would be the original. And then I've got my my B-roll. So anything I wanted to add, if it was an educational thing, I had a folder for B-rolls. So all my B-rolls can be reused if I wanted to. And then I have a folder for YouTube ready. So it's the final upload from CapCut that I actually upload to YouTube. So it's all on my hard drive. I keep nothing on my computer.
Good.
Everything is filed.
Speaking of that, I need to do that. I need to transfer quite a few files into my hard drive because my computer is getting up there. So anyways, all right, let's move on. Let me go here. Okay. But again, anything that you want to learn, YouTube is the biggest university in the world and it's free. We can even get lectures literally from Harvard and Oxford and Princeton, all of those for free. So I already mentioned that I don't do any editing. I can count in two and the number of times I do editing. The only time I do it is when the guest asks me to please remove certain parts, and for that, I will respect their request. And yeah, so other than that, hosting. Hosting is important, but it's again, hosting is for video as YouTube is going to be your default hosting. There are other options available, but YouTube is the simplest one. For audio, there's a lot of options out there, but the one I've been using is called Podbean, just the name, Podbean. Podbean. Most of these platforms, they have free options available, but the frees are pretty limited. The one at Podbean has a limit of 800 MBs per month. And if you're a podcast or anything over 30 minutes, you're going to burn to that after 1 or 2 episodes. So I got the paid. The paid is $15 a month and you get unlimited bandwidth, especially if your podcasts are long like mine, or about an hour, 10.5, used to be 2 hours. So very easy. So when it comes to hosting, you simply upload. This is one of the reasons I love Zoom, because Zoom automatically at the end of each call gives you 2 files, one for audio, one for video. It automatically extracts the audio from the video. So that's one less step for you to worry about. So the video, once you've done all the work you need to do on it, polish and all that, you upload to your YouTube channel. And the audio, you upload that from your computer into your dashboard at your hosting. I will share with you guys a video from the Academy as a bonus because I want to help you guys, which is all about how to do the uploading from and applying, because you need to apply for those platforms. And those platforms, I mean Spotify, Apple, Google Podcast, Alexa, Amazon Podcast, iHeartRadio, and so on and so forth. I have a video step by step along with the screenshots, what to do. So watch those, but you only need to apply once. And it takes less than 5 minutes for you to get approved, unless you come from a exotic country like Nigeria or India, which raise your both feet if you're from any of those exotic countries. All right, so jokes aside, I will share that video with you guys as a bonus, as my way of helping you even further from the Academy. I will put it in the Google Doc after this call. It's going to literally walk you through all the steps. I know it might sound a lot, but it's very easy once you break it down. is very easy. You just go on Google, you search for podcasting hosting platforms. You'll see a bunch. See which one you want to go with, and you just sign up for it. The one I've been using for 5 years is called Podbean. All right, and submitting your podcast directory. So that's the video I'm going to be sharing with you guys to show you how to apply for those top 10 platforms: iTunes, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, TuneIn, and so on and so forth. Step by step with screenshots. Very easy, as if I was sitting right there beside you. And yeah, once you're approved on your dashboard on Podbean, for example, once you uploaded an audio file from your computer to your Podbean or whatever hosting you're using, you just check a box and it automatically is going to spread your audio on all of those platforms. So very easy.
So do you have to pay for all of these platforms?
They have free available as well, but the frees are pretty limited. So, but the good news is, for example, Podbean is $10, $15 a month. And if you pay annually, it's even less, $8 a month. So go play, see which one you like best. The one I've been using is Podbean. I can send you my link. If you use my link, you'll get 1 month for free. So very easy. Now that we talked about all of that, who wants to make it rain and make money? So that's what we're going to be talking about tomorrow. So, all right. Oh, some tips before officially launching your podcast. I recommend you have at least 10 episodes recorded before you make it publicly known that you have a podcast or a YouTube channel. And here's the reason why. When someone finds about your YouTube channel or your podcast, most of those people, they love to binge watch or binge listen to your episodes. And if they see that you have less than a few episodes, you will leave them disappointed. And also those first 10 episodes are going to be literally your on-the-job training, because it's going to teach you how to identify the right person, invite them in, scheduling them in, setting up the Zoom call, doing the interview, recording, editing, uploading, promoting. So that's your on-the-job training. That's the first reason that I recommend you have those first 10 episodes. Second of all is that it's going to build your portfolio. Once you go out and reach the people you don't know, which will be your ideal prospects and clients, the first thing they will do, let me check this person's podcast. If you see you have less than 5 or 10 episodes, not interested. Because if less than 5, 10 episodes, it's sending the wrong message. Oh, this person is not committed, they're not serious, and so on and so forth. But once you have more than 10 episodes, 20, 30, and beyond, that's going to send them the message, oh, this person is serious, is committed. And everybody wants to be part of something that nobody wants to waste time. So these are the reasons why I recommend that you do at least 10 episodes. And it's not complicated. I would recommend you get on each other's podcast. You interview each other right here with 5, 6 people here. Plus on the Facebook group, we have over 300 people. And reach out to each other. That's the fastest way to, or even better, interview your current existing clients. Hey, Mark. Hey, Mary. Guess what? I just launched my podcast. I loved working with you. I love the transformation we've achieved together. I would love for you to be one of my first guests. That alone is going to do wonders like nothing else. Not only is it going to allow you to build a portfolio of powerful conversation, but also, guess what? You can get from these people, when you get them on call with them, glowing testimonials. Remember what I said on, I believe, day 1? Never put yourself in a position to ask, beg, or chase. Instead, invite. If I were to go to you, for example, Happy Feet, say, Happy Feet, can you please, after the challenge, can you please do me a favor, send me a quick 60-second testimonial? You will do it, but I have to ask you 65 times. Hopefully not 65 times. But what if I were to say, hey, Happy Feet, I would love for you to come on my podcast. And guess what? Once you're on my podcast, I'm going to squeeze the crap out of you to get a testimonial. Jokes aside, but you know what I mean? That's the fastest way for you to build your testimonial collection. And testimonials, let me tell you guys, that's going to be the best thing you can do for your business, because testimonial is going to allow you to charge more right off the gate and give yourself a raise every 3 to 6 months. And by raise, I don't mean the typical 1% or 50 cents per year that you're getting in corporate. I'm talking $500 to $1,000. My coach, some of you know him, Jay, former pastor in Toronto. He started his academy, his coaching program. He's a fantastic closer, but without being salesy or sleazy. First class, he charged only $500. Then the next class, in between, he focused for 1 month on one thing and one thing only, getting as many short testimonials, 60 seconds, from the people that he's already helped with. So he was able to get 43 testimonials in 30 days. And that allowed him to completely change his life. He went from charging $500 to $10,000 from one class to another. Because people want to know, hey, does this work? And the best way to convey that is testimonials. So when someone meets me at an event and they say, so what do you do, Payment? My answer is not that I'm a podcaster, I'm a publisher, I'm a 4-time #1 international bestselling author, TEDx speaker, none of that. My answer is, I'm a collector. Oh, what do you collect? I collect success stories. What does that mean? Well, my business is about making sure my clients win. So what the hell is that? I will share a video with you from the legendary Jim Rohn. Next time someone asks you, so what do you do? Do not answer with a title. Because if you answer with a title, you're going to get boxed and they can't wait to either end the conversation or change the topic. Instead, focus on the impact you're having. Focus on how the value you're bringing, how you're making the world a better place around you and around the world. I'm going to share that video with you also on the Google Doc. Watch it. It's the best video you will watch. It's going to really open your mind to the power of the value you bring, the impact you bring in. So why did I get into all of this? One thing you'll notice about me, I'm going to take you in a tangent around the world to answer a simple question. So anyways, get the first 10 episodes before you go and interview your prospects. And then, of course, you can do some social media campaign to promote your upcoming podcast launch, going on other podcasts, contacting your friends, family, your hairdresser, your nail salon person, anyone you talk to. I even seen people use stickers on their cars, in the backpack, everywhere. So you don't have to do all of that, but do whatever you can to promote, to get the word out about the launch of your podcast. Oh,
Do you bother uploading them as a blog on your website?
Say that again.
Do you bother uploading them as a blog page on your website?
What, the videos?
Yeah, like the interviews and stuff.
You can do it, but
I know Tanya Eliza does, but she pays somebody from Fiverr and they go through a whole, written piece and upload the video, email campaign, the whole shebang.
Yeah, I don't do none of this whole shebang. And I haven't done, and you don't need it. What I recommend you do, and that's what my coach always says, is focus on your MMAs, money-making activities, not on the other things. Like, don't spend 6 months on the color of your headline or the logo or none of that crap. Just focus on what's going to make you money today and tomorrow. What else? So, should you have a website for your podcast? I would say depends. I still don't have one. If you already have a website, just add a section on your website on the top for your podcast. But here's where it's important to have a website, so you can start collecting emails and building your email list. That's going to be your biggest asset in your business. Podbean provides you with a very, very, very basic website. It's better than nothing. And by website, I don't mean a website. It's literally like a link where you can see all of your audio episodes. It's not the most polished one, but it's better than nothing. So if you already have an existing blog or website, just add a section on top that says podcast. And you simply add, copy paste the link to your videos and the description that you've created. There, that's going to be a blog post. Very easy. And of course, you can do cross promotions for JVs with other audiences. Here's another powerful thing. Create press releases. Has any one of you done press releases before?
No, I do social media posts.
Okay, press releases can be incredibly, incredibly powerful. And they're not really complicated. Again, Uncle Y, Auntie G, and Chatty are your best friends. So Uncle Y is YouTube. Auntie G, that's not Uncle G, that's Google. Auntie Y, that's YouTube. And Chatty, that's ChatGPT. If you go on ChatGPT and you say, especially once they know you, but you say, create for me a compelling, winning, inspiring press release for the upcoming launch of my podcast, my book, my 5-day challenge, my seminar, whatever you do. I'm not saying use that, but use that, leverage that as a starting point, and then you make it, add your personality, a sense of humor, make the changes you need to do to make it really 10 times better. Or even ask ChatGPT to create your one and then tell them, listen, make that 100 times better. Whatever that is. The more specific you are on your prompts, the better work you get from Chatty. And also you can go on, I go in deep inside, it's way beyond the scope of this call, inside the academy on press releases. That can be a really game changer. But again, YouTube, Google, ChatGPT, your best friends to do that, to do anything that you need to learn. You can also go on go ahead.
Go ahead. How many should we be, like, what's the volume of podcasts we should be putting out? Like, is it one a week?
It really depends. If you want to depends how aggressive you want to go. And I'm going to cover that tomorrow, especially once you're doing podcasting for business. I personally, release whenever I get the time. Sometimes, like, I haven't released an episode in 2 weeks. And sometimes I can go on a binge and releasing one episode a day for a week. So it's your call. But I'm going to cover that tomorrow, but just as a appetizer, once your offer is on point and you bring the right person, and if you do at least one episode a week, then you should be able to get one client a month. Now, if you want to go all in and you want to make money, you do one podcast episode a day, Monday to Friday, so 5 a week. You should be able to get one client a week. As long as your offer is on point. This is why we spend so much time the first 2-3 days on honing your offer, your zone of genius, because that's going to be what's going to make or break your business and your podcast. And as long as you bring the right people, which again goes hand in hand with your offer, because you need to have clarity. What is your zone of genius? What is the pain point you're solving, and for who? And simply putting yourself in front of that person, inviting them in. That's a very high level overview. But to answer your question, it's really your call, depending on how aggressive you want to go. And honestly, it doesn't take much time to do podcasts. So if you're getting on at least 2-3 calls a day for your business, why not turn one of those calls into a podcast? It's not like you have to create an extra 5 hours a day. No. So you're all getting on calls each day for your business. Why not make that a podcast once a day? Very simple. So yeah, and you can also go on podcast tours, getting On other podcasts, you can either do it yourself or you can hire someone to do it. And if you hire someone, that's going to be one of the best investments you will make, because they will put you in front of the right crowd, the right audience. It's going to be basically your exact ideal listeners and clients. And I can cover that tomorrow, but I go way deep into the academy. But anyways, the formatting. Oh, that's important. The different ways to format your podcast. The first one is a solo, where you're just speaking and you're talking, only you, like my second channel I just started, Get Clients Podcasting and YouTubing. You share knowledge, you update your audience about upcoming news about the industry, and so on and so forth. Or you can have a co-host, like another person. You can have a roundtable, multiple people. Like, let's say all of us, we create a podcast, we do a roundtable on whatever topic. My favorite is interviews. Not only because I love learning about people, I'm naturally curious, but also because that's the fastest, best way to get clients. Because at the end of the day, we're building a podcast for a business, not for a hobby. And the last one is narrative. You're sharing a story over a season or whatever. But I don't think that's going to apply to any of you at this time. So when you look at these types of options for formatting, which one is the one that makes the most sense for you and your business?
You want us to talk?
Sorry?
For me, it would be a combination of solo interviews, and from time to time, I could see roundtables being really fun too.
Yeah, from time to time, absolutely. Bring a bunch of experts, a bunch of your clients, and so on and so forth. Yes, absolutely. What about you, Arlene?
Yep, the same thing. Solo, interviews, and eventually, yeah, a round table from time to time.
Awesome, awesome. Jane?
I think solo and roundtable. And so I have a question about roundtable.
Sure.
So if you ran groups and they were meeting, like weekly or something like that, could that potentially be turned into what would be a roundtable podcast?
Absolutely, absolutely.
So
Yeah.
would this be considered a roundtable?
We could. Now, do you want to be considered roundtable? Happy feet?
Doesn't matter to me.
I'm joking.
I'm
Of
game for
course.
anything.
Absolutely, absolutely.
You'd,
Careful what you
you'd
have.
you'd need to be clear at the get-go that that's,
Yes.
what they're getting into, right? And
Absolutely,
of course, the
absolutely.
people that came in would be the ones that would be open to that, and they would be actually
Yes.
happy to participate as a learning experience for other people, and probably, watch other episodes for the same reasons. So
Yes. If you do it,
I see value in that.
yes, if you do a roundtable, make sure you have a proper structure, make sure you have a theme, a topic, and make sure everybody understand that, hey, you get your time, you get one or two questions per person or whatever, and you have a moderator that can be you, for example, a host. So as it can be a fun and powerful way to bring extra value to your audience. So you can bring, let's say, 2 or 3 experts, 2 or 3 current or past clients to give you testimonials on the fly, on the spot. And you're the host, you're the moderator, and so on and so forth. And you have a specific pre-set theme. And you have a time frame. Let's say you have 60 minutes. And then you open the floor for Q&As. And that's it.
So I have another question.
Oh, you have so many
Did I
questions.
tell you? I know. Did I tell you I was the queen of questions? So we
Okay.
joined a Zoom meeting for this, but you're also streaming live on YouTube?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you have any problem with that?
No, I
I'm-
was just curious.
No, I recommend.
Well, it
especially
saves
when
time.
Yeah,
It
when you
saves
do,
time to do lives.
absolutely. When you do events like this, you want to live stream them because it's extra visibility. You want the people that may not be here to see it. Even if right now not many people see, but as you grow, some people love to dig and go to see what were you doing before. So it's extra assets for you.
Like I've tested like restream, so I've gone live on Facebook and YouTube at the same time,
Mhm.
and it wasn't bad. Like I just did the free version, but just to check it out.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. Allison, which format is the most that's gonna make the most that makes the most sense for your business?
Sorry. Probably a combination of the solo interviews and narrative, but also
Oh,
working towards co-hosting and roundtable
so all of
would
the
be
above.
where I want to go.
Okay,
So,
that's
but I've
interesting.
got to start with one, otherwise I try and do too much at one time. So I'd probably start with a combination of solo and interviews because I already have people that want to share their story with me that have asked, when are you launching your podcast? Because I'm ready to
Yeah,
share. But the solo is also necessary to start building that
yeah.
brand and what I'm doing.
Here's another tip for you guys this gonna make you decide very fast. How soon do you need to make money? That's a very legit question you have to ask yourselves. So if you need to make money today or yesterday, then interviews are the way to go. Seriously, because
Can I
again,
just ask a quick question about that?
sure, go
Because
ahead.
obviously I haven't launched my own podcast yet because I
Yeah.
didn't think I could up until here. But
Mhm.
I've done a fair few guest interviews already.
Yeah.
So is there a way to, I guess, other than sharing them like on my socials, how can I help promote those so people can hear my story, if that makes sense?
Are you talking about the ones you've done on other podcasts?
Yes.
So you can take the best ones and you can create a playlist on your YouTube channel. There's gonna be you on other podcasts, for example. Do you know how to create a
Okay.
playlist on YouTube?
I'm going to have a play with it.
It's very simple. You go on your dashboard and you just click create new playlist. YouTube is your best friend. It's very simple. Or watch the start of this video. I showed that earlier, how to do that.
I think I came in at the end of that. So yeah, I think I'm very visual though. So when I actually log up and set up my
Okay.
new email, I'll be able to get in and
Okay.
have a play. So no, that's cool. I just wasn't sure how I could collate everyone else's podcast into one spot so they could then be reshared and people knew that I was in them. But you've
Yeah.
answered that question. So thank you.
Very welcome. So you just create a playlist on your YouTube channel and you just upload them there. On your website, you just create a section, say you on other podcasts, and you just put a link to all those videos there.
So what if she was on somebody else's podcast and it's on their channel and you don't have the original copy to upload to your own?
You simply ask them,
Okay.
can you please send me the video, or you can even, there's ways online, you can download videos from YouTube. And there's options to do it for free. Again, just go on on Google and look for a software or a website that's going to allow you to download a YouTube video for free. First thing is simply ask them, hey, can you please send me a copy of this video so I can upload on my website, on my YouTube channel? And 99.65% will say yes. And those that say no, you just gotta do what you gotta do. You just download it. Any other questions on that? Arlene? Jane? Okay, let's move on. Now, the naming your podcast, that's going to be a very, very key decision. Nothing is random. Everything is very strategic. But there's different ways to name your show. And the first one is a catchy name, like the Sharkpreneur Podcast, Global from Asia, or whatever. Then you have the keyword-based title, like where your title as a keyword of what you do. The Parenting Junkie Show, the Chiropractic Philanthropist, the Happy Attorney, the Male Nurse, the Mompreneur, Dadpreneur, whatever. That's very specific. The next one is obviously your name. The Arlene Nelson Show, the Jane Frey Experience, the Allison Richelle adventures. The Happy Feet wanderings. So your name, seriously, the Joe Rogan Experience, the Tim Ferriss Show, Payment Lorenzo Show, whatever. Or your brand name. For example, my podcast, my first one, Leaders with a Heart. That's my brand. The Passionate Few, beautiful podcast. The last one is probably the most difficult and the most powerful if you've been blessed to grab a one-word domain name when they were available. Then you can use those, like capitalism.com, very successful podcast on e-commerce, Unchained, or whatever. Or even if you have just your name, like ollinelson.com, that could be an amazing branding.
What about the business name? Because my
Absolutely.
last name is not easy.
Yeah.
So I've never branded my name because of it. So my company is like Dynamic Living Lifestyles.
Yeah. Or you can rebrand yourself and as Anne Happy Feet. I think that would be, hey, don't sleep on that one. No jokes. Because it's catchy,
It,
it's intriguing, and it's fun.
yeah,
It's
it
not
is.
like some long corporate, boring sounding name.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not joking, guys.
No, I hear you. I'm
Find
with
a
you.
way to brand yourself. Like for me, we all know Mr. Wonderful, right? You know what's my branding? Mr. Fantabulous. I even bought the domain, mrfantabulous.com. Find a way to live to brand yourself. I'm not joking. In a fun way. When they hear fantabulous, what the hell is that? Well, imagine fantastic and fabulous going on a date. And that's you get Mr. Fantabulous. Serious, I'm not joking. Add your personality, your sense of humor. That's the fastest way to get into people's hearts and open their wallets. Because everybody wants to have fun. We all have that inner child inside of us. So let that inner child shine. Because again, the last thing you want is to be some boring corporate drone. That's a fast way to lose people. So when you look at these different types of naming your show, which one applies the most for you? Let's go from this time from right to left. Allison, because you speak too much, Anne.
So I guess mine was very much going to just be it's ask Alison anything.
Love that.
So simple but catchy and stands out.
Beautiful. Absolute amazing. Now make sure that so there's a powerful tool. I tried it yesterday with a UK crowd, but it wasn't available. It was in maintenance. I don't know if it's worked today. I'll share it with you on WhatsApp. It's called namechecker.com. You just enter the name, like what was it? Ask Allison. So you put that name at the top and you have all the different social medias. If it's green, it means it's available. If it's red, it's taken. So this way, you know the 4 most important social domain platforms for most people are first one, the .com, the Facebook group name, the YouTube name, LinkedIn, and the Instagram, depending on what type of business you have. Because you want to make sure that you own all of those assets, because the last thing you want is for you to build that business and realize that someone has the YouTube name or the LinkedIn or the Facebook, because this way you're basically building their business. So make sure you check the name you're going to choose. It's available across all the other platforms. Who's that? Pretty loud. Please unmute yourself. Mute yourself. Okay, thank you. So what about you, Jane? Which one of these types of naming applies the best to your business in a podcast?
I think I'd go with something from my themes, and that would be, perhaps Guide to the Wonder Zone or something like that.
Okay. Your Wonder Zone chats with Jane Frey, for example.
Mhm. Yeah.
Unpack your Wonder Zone or explore, discover, whatever. Get creative. Have fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Arlene.
I honestly don't know. I've come up with a few. They're not there, but right now it's arlenecnelson.com.
Okay. The Arlene C. Nelson.
.com.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
The
Because
podcast can be the
there
Arlene.
are so many Arlene Nelsons.
Oh, so find a
So
branding for
many.
you. Find a branding name. Like, for example, Anne, Happy Feet, me, Mr. Fantabulous.
Yeah.
Find a branding for yourself, something
Yeah.
that's unique. And you can use that as your brand, not just for your podcast, for your offer, your business, and your online presence.
Yeah, that's the problem I've been having for this last few months is like, man, I just can't come up with a brand. I'm just having a
Easy. Ask the people around you that know you. Hey, what am I really good at? What am I really known for? What is
Mhm.
a topic that whenever that topic comes to mind, my name
That
comes to
could
mind?
that could be scary.
Ask them to be nice. Tell them it's for business, you know?
I won't ask my nieces and nephews, okay?
Oh, hey, this is for business. Be nice, please.
It'll happen. And when
Yes,
it'll happen, I'll be very excited and happy. I'll let you all know.
absolutely, absolutely. But don't wait too long. Start with something. Start with
Yeah.
something to get going. It doesn't have to be perfect.
Hmm.
Like, for example, the name Leaders with a Heart. Do you want to know how I got this inspiration? Literally, one day I woke up and I had this name in my mind's eye, Leaders with a Heart.
Hmm.
Or if you meditate or pray, ask, hey, what is my branding? What name should I, universe, inspire me? For
Yeah.
me, my favorite way to do that is the water, either in showers. I take long showers and I say, universe, inspire me. I just go by the beach, listen to the sound of the waves. Or even when I dive, I close my mouth, hold my breath, say, before, but I say, universe, inspire me. And you'd be amazed
Right.
what kind of inspiration comes.
Well, my last one with my massage therapy and Reiki practice was touch of comfort.
Hey, the touch of comfort experience or show with Arlene C. Nelson.
Right. It'll happen.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And what happens? We'll have a party for you.
Yes.
Somebody's
Please.
gonna do the happy dance with their feet. And we'll all
I
join.
will I will have it by I will have it by Tuesday night for sure.
All right. You all heard it. It's recorded. It's live on Facebook. You set the intention. Love that. Happy feet. What about you?
I would probably lean toward a catchy name or a brand name. So same thing, like my dynamic living lifestyles came in during my early days of starting my spiritual journey, but I've had a ton of nicknames over the years. And like I said earlier, I was told I should brand my laugh. So maybe there's a way I can work that in there somehow by labeling it. But my mom used to call me hairpin. I've been called tornado. I've been called karate mom. I've been called almost Annie, get your gun.
Yeah,
People
look,
used to refer to me as Annie, get your gun. And I have an explosive personality. So that one might work.
explosive happy feet. Whatever. That's a great one. A great reminder. Arlene, remember what kind of nicknames you had in the past? I'm pretty sure one of them can be useful today.
I was just thinking about that. I was thinking about that.
I used to be called Pac-Man, Batman growing up, and I hated them at the time. I didn't speak English. I didn't know what they meant, but it's okay. I don't mind being called Batman and to some extent Pac-Man, but
Mm. I know that everybody, my uncles and everybody called me Arky growing up. And then back in the day, I was traveling on the road, and my brother put a CB radio in my car, and I said, "Well, I don't know what my handle is," and he said, "Well, it's got a Spark and Arky." So,
There we go. There we go. Sparky Arky. Hey, make it fun. Make it intriguing. I'm not joking,
yeah.
guys.
And I still have a cousin that still calls me Arky.
There you go. That's a beautiful name. Because again, the last thing you want is some long, boring corporate crap.
Yeah.
Because you want to be able to intrigue people. Because remember, what is the most valuable currency in the world of business? What was that again?
Sparking Arky.
No, no,
Sparking
no.
Arky.
No. Okay,
What
note
is-
that. What is the most valuable currency in the world of business? It's not
Your
money.
personality, like no trust.
More than that. It's attention. How do you catch someone's attention?
Yeah, exactly.
Sparky, Spanky, Arky. Maybe not that, but
No,
Sparky,
that's
Arky.
good. I'm a little old for that one. No.
Yeah. You can spank him to reason, No, but seriously, have
I'll
fun.
be getting the attention, but not the attention I might want to be getting,
That might be.
or that I might want to share with you guys.
Especially on a podcast showing your face, on YouTube, No, but seriously, have fun, guys. That's the point. Have fun.
Yeah.
Remember what kind of nicknames you were named throughout your life. Even go to the people that know you. Hey, what is a topic that comes up? When that topic comes up, my name pops into your mind. Like techie archeo, nerdy archeo, whatever.
Yeah.
Just to get the creative juices flowing. Explosive, happy feet. I love that. So anyways, have fun. Create your name. This is the cover art for my audio podcast that I created 2,000 years before Christ, a long time ago. I'm due for an upgrade as well, a facelift. But I created on Canva. Canva is your best friend. Are you guys familiar with Canva? Okay, oh man, this is going to be a 2-hour call, but it's okay. I don't mind it because I love you guys.
It's all good. If the others know Canva, I have a 2 p.m. lesson to learn all about Canva today.
Oh, okay, but let me quickly show you guys quickly. Here, Canva. Where's my Canva? Okay, right here. Let's share the screen. So here's my Canva dashboard. So this is the thumbnail for my podcast, my YouTube channel. Oops, why it's showing this like this? Oh, so once you create a template, all you have to do is just change the name, the episode number, the title, subtitle. Just create your template. And the good news is, right here, there's a bunch of them. But the good news is, if you go on Canva, let's say podcast cover art, and you get a bunch of templates. Choose the one you want. Let's say we want this one, for example. And it gives you even more options. So customize this template. Like, for example, let's put this person's picture. Okay, Susie from the UK. So you just drag and drop. And you show here the explosive happy feet. Happy feet show. And you can, of course, make it smaller. You can do all that, change the colors. Say black. What's your favorite color, Happy Feet? Purple?
Dark blues and purples. Dark blues and purples. Yep.
This purple or this purple. So whatever, just have fun. Have fun, change the style. You want more designs, or you want to remove the background. The background remove here automatically. Canva is your best friend. Same thing for, wait, YouTube. Wait, YouTube. Oops. YouTube banner. Same. Let's say we go over this one. And same thing here, customize this. Actually, I prefer this one. Customize. And again, same thing. You just drag and drop your picture. Upload. Let's put this guy here. See? The daily vlog or whatever. Change the color. Have fun. Jane, have you used the Canva before? Okay, perfect. Arlene? Okay. Anne? Sorry, Happy Feet? Yeah, okay. Allison?
That made it seem simple. I've hated Canva up until this point. I wouldn't try. I was ready to throw my computer and phone out the window. So I'm going to go and play after this.
It's very fun. Have fun. It's gonna get your creative juices going. And yeah. So so all the artwork you can start with Canva as your best friend. Let's go back to our that where's my not here, not here. Oh, here. This one, yeah. Okay. Okay. So we're back here. So again, creating a YouTube channel. We've covered that earlier. Very easy. First, create a dedicated Gmail account. Do not use an existing one because it can get hacked. And if it get hacked, you're cooked. And there's professional hackers that scour the internet looking for easy YouTube channels to hack into. I almost lost my account 2 years ago because something similar. It took me 6 weeks to regain control of my account.
So how do you protect it?
Great question. Number one, dedicated Gmail account. And that email account, make sure you access it at least once a month. Because that was the reason that my account almost got shut down by Google, because I had used an email account that after I started my YouTube channel, I never used it again. And they thought the account was dormant and they wanted to delete it. And then Google asked me, oh, we need to send you a verification code. But the verification code was to be sent to an old phone number that I didn't have anymore. So catch-22. So I had to wait. When I went to Malaysia, one of my friends works for YouTube compliance, and he was able to help me navigate to the back office of Google and YouTube to reset that and get another code to a different email account, but it took me 30 days. So for 6 weeks, I wasn't able to log into my YouTube channel, the one that I've built since the beginning. My leaders with a heart. So I was freaking out. So that's how you protect your account. Dedicated email account, Gmail account, and make sure you access that email account at least once a month. And you send at least one email to your other account. So you showed Google that there's activity. This is not a dormant account. What else can we do to protect the account? Let me check. Each time you see
Like I have a VPN with stuff like that protected, or no? Does it matter?
No, the VPN is good, but not for that. Yeah, whenever you see a comment that looks shady, delete it right away. Someone messages you out of the blue and spams you from the get-go, don't even bother responding or block them. I had one woman yesterday, 2 days ago, that sent me a friend request. First message, did you receive your home care kit? So what the hell are you talking about? So I just blocked her. Yeah, so any questions? Go back to watch the video and go to the slides. And again, YouTube is your best friend. It's the biggest university in the world and it's free. I invite you to book a call with me for next week to further brainstorm to how we can implement all of these with you. I'll share my Calendly on the WhatsApp group. Guess what? We're done for today. It's been almost 2 hours, but I hope it's been fruitful and insightful for you today. And there's so much more we could have covered, but I don't want to turn this into a 10-hour thing. Here's a sneak peek about tomorrow. Tomorrow's we're going to be putting it all together. Remember what I said? 3 steps to launching a podcast. Step 1, the foundation, which is what we've done the first 3 days by identifying your zone of genius, crafting your offer. Step 2 was the tech side, which we did today. And step 3 is tomorrow, how to make money, how to monetize it, how to put everything together. And that's what you're going to be tomorrow. We're going to be looking at where does your ideal listeners, prospect, and clients hang out the most. We're going to be mapping out your first 10, 20, 100 episodes and beyond, and then putting it together so you can get leads on demand, literally leads on demand. And so you can get your first client as soon as possible, first paying client. So any questions about what we did today? As my good friend, Fred, I can't even speak, my good friend, Fred, the pastor, would say, speak now, hold your peace forever. Any questions, comments,
I've
compliments?
asked enough questions today. We're good. Your hair is beautiful.
I'm
Your
gonna
nose is
skip you. I'm
perfect.
gonna skip you. Allison, any questions?
No, just really excited to get started and know that it doesn't have to be as complicated as I was trying to make it. And
Absolutely.
like, it's funny, today while I was waiting for this, while I was on the call, I had an email connect to me. Oh, I've seen your post, you got great content. I want to edit all your podcasts. And I'm like, but I don't want my podcast edited. So it was interesting. Someone's already reaching out to me going, I want to edit your podcast. And I'm like,
And you know what's a funny part about those people reaching out to you? At least for me, when I get those people out messaging me out of the blue, I'm a professional podcast editor, a growth hack expert. I ask them one question. Do you have your own podcast? Cricket. That's all I need to know.
and that's what I said. I'm not editing. And he's still coming back at me. So I'll have to go, so where's your podcast? But no,
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
good. Thank you.
Exactly. So yeah, don't even bother. Arlene, what questions about today?
No, I don't have any questions.
Awesome.
Picked up on a lot of things again, a lot of renewed stuff.
Good.
Yeah, so sadly I won't be here tomorrow. Won't be able to
Oh,
make it, but I will watch. I will definitely watch. I've got a lot of stuff to watch or
oh yes, oh
rewatch.
yes, oh yes, oh yes. Jade,
This has been actually really informative and very helpful, so I've appreciated it. And I was not even considering having a podcast. And so now I've moved into, well, maybe sometime. So there's been a little bit of a shift and opening there.
okay.
And I'm not sure if I'll be able to make tomorrow either. And so if I'm
Oh,
not there, I'll catch up on the replay as well.
tomorrow's the
It's
best
been
day.
very good.
Tomorrow's the best
I
day because it's all
I
about
would
money.
imagine that.
Yeah. If you can make it tomorrow, highly recommend because tomorrow is gonna be epic. Anyways, I said I'm gonna skip you. I'm skipping Anne, but I'm not skipping Happy Feet. So Happy Feet, what questions do you have?
No, I'm good. I covered them all while we went through it.
Thank God.
Hair is beautiful.
I'm relieved because I wasn't expecting. Anyways, listen, guys.
I'll be here tomorrow with probably a ton of questions.
Oh, I know. So I will be posting the replays, the slides, and all the videos I mentioned shortly after this call. And yeah, any questions, I'm here on the WhatsApp group, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care, guys. Have a good one. Cheers.